What's up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. So, Harry Kane has finally decided to join Bayern Munich, and guys, honestly, I don't agree with this move, and I don't know why Harry Kane is leaving. Honestly, I just want to say, if this move is all about watching out for himself, watching out for his family, fine, fair enough. At the end of the day, footballers have to do what's best for them because football it's not a long career. It's very short. One minute you are young, you are playing, and the next minute you're in your 30s, you're about to retire. So they just have to do what's best for them. At the end of the day, they just have to watch out for themselves. If money is the motivating factor, still that's a good one. If money is the motivating factor, of course he can make the move. If money and maybe family that's watching out for himself is a motivating factor why he's making this move. There's no problem in that because, like I said, footballers have to do what's best for them at the end of the day. Football is a career. Stack as much as you can stack before you retire. Before you retire. But if it's all about um, maybe he wants a new challenge or he wants trophy, Bayern Munich, okay, fine, they'll win the Bundesliga. They will win the Bundesliga. But for the Champions League, I don't see them winning it. That's the truth. I don't see them as a very strong contender to win the Champions League. The Bundesliga and the German Cup, fine. They have a very, very high chance to win. Talking about he wants a new challenge. Why at this age, honestly at this age, is wanting a new challenge whereby is at this age is very risky for me because he's still young and he's still for 30 years he's still kind of young. Like Harry Kane has like 2 3 years to give top football. But wanting a new challenge, to me it doesn't make sense, honestly. If it's about wanting a new challenge in a different league, to me it doesn't make sense because why will you leave a place where you're a king, where Harry Kane is a king in the Premier League, the best striker in the Premier League, and by the time he retires from the Premier League, he retires as the highest ever goal scorer in the Premier League. He'll break the Alan Shearer record. If he stays in Spurs, he retires as a legend in Spurs. Fine. If he doesn't even decide to retire in Spurs, I can tell you, I know he has 1 year left on his contract. If he leaves Spurs, there's a high chance even Chelsea can go for him after his 1 year contract with Spurs because of the Pochettino factor. There's that relationship there. So Chelsea might make a move. Manchester United is there because they've got Rasmus. So I don't know if they will still go for him, but there are clubs in England that will go for Harry Kane. That's the truth because he's a world class striker. Harry Kane should have just stayed in England where, like I said, he's a king. He has nothing to prove to anybody. That's the truth. He has nothing to prove to anybody. But that legendary factor, I don't know. Like, I'm not saying if he leaves right now, he's not going to be a legend in sports. It's not. That's not the case. He will definitely be a legend in the Premier League and a legend in sports. But there's just something about this move. Him making this move. Honestly, there's just something about it because I would have just liked if he had stayed, retired in the Premier League. It's the Premier League. He knows the system. He knows how to play with the other teams. He understands the league. He knows the club culture. Like nothing is. He understands everything about the Premier League. So if he even retires there, his name will be up there. Of course, his name is already up there with the likes of Lampard, Gerrard, like Aguero, like top Rooney. His name is up there with all those guys. Harry Kane's name is up there. But it could have just made sense for him to stay in the Premier League because he's a king, yeah. He's a king. Going to Bayern Munich where it's like he's starting all over again. New environment, new teammates, new coaching staff, new culture, and these are one of the things that affect football players when they don't perform, like when they usually switch clubs, especially when it's in a different like league, because it takes time for them to adapt. Someone like Harry Kane, because of how good he is, I don't think adapting to the German league would be a problem for him because he's a very, very world class striker. But it could have just I just wish he stayed in the Premier League, honestly, just to because staying in the Premier League or retiring in the Premier League would just like you just crown it all, like the best ever. the best ever. That's the truth. He will just the best ever because that's where I see him. If he had stayed in the Premier League or retired in the Premier League, I see him as the best ever striker to play in the Premier League. If not possible, one of the best ever players to play in the Premier League. And maybe because his trophy might be a problem, maybe because Spurs haven't won a trophy in a long time. That might be reason why he has moved. Only him knows why he made this move. Like I said, if it's all about watching out for himself and his family, fine. I wish him all the best. But I don't think if it's about trophy, I don't think to me that doesn't honestly it doesn't make sense. Honestly, if it's about trophy because him not winning a trophy in sports doesn't take away the fact that he's a legend. It doesn't. Nobody will say Harry Kane is not a world class striker or Harry Kane is not the best ever Premier League player because he didn't win a trophy. Nobody will say that. That's because the numbers speak for themselves for him. He has done it, and him like if he had left Spurs, he can still go to any club like Chelsea or even I don't know Manchester United. There's still maybe a small door open there. I don't know because now they've got Rasmus. There might still be a small door there for him to play in the club, and he can win a trophy there as well in any of these clubs if he decides to go to any of them. So Harry Kane making this move is just guy. Guys, I'm just like why at this age as well? Why at this age? I wish him all the best. He's a very good player. I don't want him to even struggle in the German league. I want him to really, really do well. I don't want what happened to Mane to happen to him. That's the truth. I don't want him to struggle. I wish him all the best. I want him to do well. But I just wish he stayed in the Premier League where his name would just be in marbles. Like his name would be up. Like when you talk about the Premier League, you just remember Harry Kane. Basically, if he had retired in the Premier League, that's that would be the case for him. But all the best to him, and let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Thank you very much.